All right. Hello, everybody. This is Daniel Wynn, the Business Development Manager for the American Academy of Anti-Aging. And I want to welcome everybody for joining me this evening. The name of this webinar is List Building for Doctors, Spas, and Clinics. And the bottom line is that I wanted to share with people why it's so important that you should be building an email list and how simple it is to stay in touch with your patients and with people that are interested in potentially becoming your patients or clients in the future. So as we get started here we go. So what is the purpose of building a patient email list? Well, besides the fact that it's good business practice to have a good list and a list that you market to, I believe that the reason that you should be building an email list is to share your purpose, goals, or vision, educate your clients on longevity breakthroughs, and to get patients to call and refer patients to you to build your practice. Here we go. So why you should build an email list? As I said a minute ago, because all good businesses build lists, and it helps them to become successful because then they know who's on the list and they know what people on the list like, and then they build their content for their audience. I also believe that it allows you to build your brand as a specialist. So whether you have a medical spa clinic, or whether you're an anti-aging or you're a bioidentical hormone specialist, this is your opportunity to begin branding yourself so people know that this is your specialty. It keeps your patients educated, and in this day and age where information runs so freely on the internet and in the news, on TV and on cable television, you want to become the person that is the expert or the specialist in your area, in their eyes, and in their friends and their social networks reach. Also, it is so much more cost efficient compared to sending out newsletters, when you have to pay for postage and printing, and it's more effective. And it can be done so much more efficiently, so you have to definitely consider that. Lastly, if you add information regularly, you'll be able to give them not only articles or opinions or ideas, and these articles don't even have to be your articles. They can be articles that you read recently that you thought really would be a good message for your audience. But you could also share videos and pictures, and you could build these into your email list on autopilot, and I'm going to show you some examples in a minute here. So the next question is how to build an email list. Well, the most obvious way to start building an email list is to start with your current patients. If you have not been collecting emails, shame on you. But if you have been collecting emails, good job. You want to be able to collect, if you don't collect emails, you want to begin collecting emails immediately. And obviously everybody that comes through your office would be the easiest and fastest way for you to start. You can also get referrals from those patients of other people they think would be interested in receiving your message. The most efficient in the way to collect emails and on autopilot is on your website. And we're going to go over how to collect them on your website and how an autoresponder works. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, building your list. In order to get people on your website to give you their email and their name and phone number and information, you have to give something of value. I mean, most of the doctor websites that I look at currently, they all have some kind of newsletter opt-in box that's on the side or down the bottom or on some third or fourth or fifth page or the contact us page, and that's great that it's in there, but I'm telling you from my experience, hardly anybody opts in on those particular types of opt-in boxes. If you want to be successful getting opt-ins from their website, you need to have a pop-up box, and I'm going to show you once again an example. You have to have a pop-up box, and in that pop-up box you have to have a graphic that says, hey, here's the 7 secrets adding 25 years to your life, or whatever paragraph or whatever vision or whatever vision that you have in order to attract your customers, or message that you want to give to your customers. The bottom line is that you have to give them a white paper or a video series or some knowledge that makes them want to give you their email information and get to the other side. So you have to add an opt-in box on your website so it will work for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I recommend, because I use this opt-in box or this autoresponder series or autoresponder service myself, I recommend iContact.com. And there is the information below, and I'll give that information out to you again. Okay, so what is an opt-in box? This is an opt-in box. If you have a website and you don't have a opt-in box to collect names and emails and phone numbers, then you should change that, and you should change that immediately. Because I've done this for clients, and we've learned this a few years ago, that it just totally changes the amount of people that leave their information. And you could read them right here, right here. Get your free report today. Insert, the free message, build 25 more years into your life with 7 simple principles or 7 super secrets. Whatever that message is, whatever that you feel comfortable using, this is what you have to have. And this pop-up box pops up on the website it can pop up as soon as they come to the website. It can pop up as they go to leave the website, and it can be programmed however you want. These pop-up blocks are basically, you can find these free on the internet, or you can buy more customized ones for under $100. So, what is an autoresponder, and why do you need an autoresponder? An autoresponder is probably one of the greatest marketing methods in the 21st century, in my opinion, because what happens is that if you look on the left-hand side, and I know it's a little hard to see, but it says message 1 through 7, and then it says intervals, so how many days go by before they receive that message, and then it tells you the type of message. The welcome message is the first message, and a series of messages that can be customized, and it even puts the person's first name in it. You probably see me using this when I email you for the latest and greatest what's going on with the A4M Premium membership. So the reason why this autoresponder is so great, because today is March 17th, and somebody can come in and opt in for your free report. And then over the next 12 months, they can get a series of emails from you that are pre-written out. And you can always change these and update these, and you can always add extra emails. But the bottom line is that if you send at least one message every 2 weeks with some pertinent information, not some garbage, but some information that people would really find valuable, I think you would find that people are going to respond better to you. They're going to give you more referrals. They're going to send you messages. I get emails from people all the time that think that I sent them this custom message, but it was a message that I wrote out 2 or 3 years ago. But people say, "Hey Dan, I like what you just said. Can you answer my question about this?" And I get these messages every day. And if you receive those messages every day, you definitely are engaging your audience, and you're helping to build your list and helping to build your practice. So an autoresponder basically is an autopilot messaging service that works for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's not your regular email. It's a very specific type of email service that's called an autoresponder. And if you're not familiar with it, that's why I'm here tonight, to make you familiar with it, because this is a proven way for any business to engage their audience and to get their audience to respond to their messages and offers. So here's an example that I just copied today of one of my opt-in campaigns. And you can see the dates on it. It's actually March 16th, somebody opted in. And this is from March 5th through March 16th. So these people, I've never met them. I don't know who they are. But they came to one of our websites, and they got a drop-down opt-in box. They read the message, and they believed that the message was something important, and they decided to give me their name and email. So the cool thing is that I could market to these people forever for free until they say stop. In this particular campaign, a message goes out. They get 3 emails the first week because I really wanted to thank them for joining the list, and then they get a message about every 10 days. You can determine how many messages your audience gets at your list, and you can determine exactly what kind of message they get and I'll show you some more examples here. So, what should you send out to your email list? As I stated a minute ago, your email list is a series of emails, and I believe that at a minimum you should send out one email every 30 days. But I recommend for best practices that you send out at least 2 a month. And these are a series of emails that you'll sit down when you first start building an autoresponder series. The first one is a welcome one. The second one is a here's a free fact, or here's a free information I wanted you to know. And later on you can ask them to do a survey, or you can send them a video. The bottom line is that you need to give informative wellness information. And the cool thing is you can actually add pictures and videos. And don't worry about videos and if it's too complicated. It's really not that complicated. With a flip camera or your iPhone or your iPad, you can make a video, you can upload it to YouTube, and you can just put that link into your email so they can go to your YouTube channel and watch your video. It's also really cool for putting in success stories of patients that had some really challenging problem and that you helped resolve. I mean, what better way to teach people about your capabilities than going over case studies and success stories right in your emails? Besides doing that, I recommend you do testimonial videos. How many people out there are actually taking testimonial videos of clients and patients that they're helping resolve their problems? If you're not, once again, you should begin doing that, because video testimonials are very powerful. And with a $200 flip camera and with a tripod, you can make these videos right in your office. And they don't have to be professionally edited. They really need to just be sincere, from the heart, from the people. Hey, they could say, I wanted to give this testimonial to Dr. Smith because Dr. Smith helped solve my X problem in the last 30 days, and I am so pain-free because of it. So they could be simple like that. What else can you send your email list? Well, you could send them coupons for events or new products or services. So you can give them discounts to come back to you once a year or twice a year. In addition, you could promote products that you may be selling. Many of the doctors and the spas out there are promoting wellness products, vitamins, and this would be a great way for you to keep that information in front of your patients. And you can add a link that sends them back to your website with the products right on the page, so they can order while you're sleeping. I mean, bottom line is that I'm showing you how to set up your business so it's working even when you're not in the office. Here's a couple other ideas I thought of. What about doing webinars to educate your patients? I mean, if you have a list, and once you build your email list, why not spread your message, invite your list to come listen to a hot topic, but also have your list invite their friends and invite their family members and other people that may find interest in your topic. Another idea is, for those of you that have open houses, is you can use the autoresponder to send out a message that you're having an open house. And also, if you do live seminars in your town or area, you can use the autoresponder to let people know about your live seminars. So, how many new patients are you getting each month? How many new patients would you like? If you are like most business people, and if you're like most doctors that want to help people, then it should be more than you helped last month. And I brought this up once before, but you really have to start knowing what is the lifetime value of a patient. And once you know the lifetime value of a patient, then you will know how much you can invest in patient lead generation, list building, and email list building. Doctors think that a client comes in one time and they solve a problem, and that's it. They can just not necessarily ask those customers or patients to come back to them for anything. But the truth is that wellness and longevity and anti-aging is a lifelong commitment. People need to be put on a plan that is evaluated yearly to make sure that they are not decreasing in their health. They should be tested. A benchmark should be created for where their health is today, and then annually we should be testing the patients to make sure that they are not going in the wrong direction. We have to make sure that they are taking their vitamins or the therapies that have been recommended by the doctor. And this is a good way to do this by using the autoresponder. So, how do you know if your list building is working? Well, you'll know if your list building is working because you can see that screen that I showed you earlier with the people coming into your list each month. And you'll know that it's working if you're generating new patients. And really, that's the whole bottom line for this whole seminar. Email list building and list building for doctors and for clinics and for spas. The whole purpose is to get more people to come into your business and to help you build your practice. So, in the end here, I want to close with, well, what do you do now and how do you get started? It's really quite simple. As I said earlier, you'll probably already have a list, but if you don't have emails, then you need to start adding emails to your list. If you have a website, then it's really important that you get a pop-up opt-in box, and as I said earlier, you can find these on the internet for free, or you can pay somewhere between $3 and $100 to get one of these installed. If you need help with that, you can shoot me an email. We have people here that can help you put your pop-up box in. Next, you have to get an autoresponder. This is probably one of the least expensive, best marketing devices that you could possibly have in your marketing arsenal. I mean, a $20 per month is for up to like 1,000 names. If your opt-in list or your email list is less than 500 names, then it's probably only going to cost you like $10 a month to have an autoresponder. Next, you need to start having your staff or whoever helps you run your business begin collecting in emails and maybe have a contest. Maybe you have a contest over the next 30, 60, 90 days to see how many people can add emails to your list as fast as possible. Because really, in most businesses, that the money is in your list. The bigger your list, the more money you're going to earn. And I know that the audience out here are doctors and clinics and stuff like that, and maybe you don't think of it in those terms, but I think of this in those terms because you are in business to help as many people as possible, and the best way to help as many people as possible is to let people know what you're doing and to stay in touch with them. So you should begin adding content monthly, and the honest to God truth is you could spend 1 or 2 hours a month and you can come up with all kinds of great ideas to add to your emails to your patients, and they're going to love you. You'll see when you put this autoresponder series together that they will be sending you emails. Oh, that was great information, doctor. Keep sending it. And that will make you realize that this whole task of building an email list was really worth it. So your list is eager. Your list is an eager audience. The people that came to you, your business or your practice, they came to there because they trusted you. And if you did a good job and you gave them your best, then they're going to keep coming back. But they're not going to come back if you don't remind them that you exist. They're not going to come back if you don't let them keep giving them some great information on how they can stay on course with their health and wellness plan. So that's really the bottom line. If you have any questions about how to build a list, if you want more information, you can contact me at the email below. It's dan@winwitha4m.com. So in conclusion, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me anytime at dan@winwitha4m.com. I want to thank everybody that attended this evening for taking time out of your busy day. I hope you found this useful and beneficial for you and your business. Also, I want to let you know that we will be putting this video in the A4M Premium membership. So if you want to review it or show it to somebody on your staff or somebody as part of your marketing team. And I look forward to the next webinar. And if you have any great ideas on any other subjects that you'd like us to speak on and help you with, please feel free to let us know. So have a good night, everybody. Thank you for attending.